Hello everybody, I hope you find you safe and well today. You're joining me for a double unboxing from Everything Dinosaur of brand new for 2020 figures. This parcel arrived yesterday and I haven't had a chance to open it yet. And then this parcel just arrived in the last hour or so, so I'm going to unbox this for you now. Hope you enjoy this with me. Apologies if you get any interference in the background. The cat seems to have decided this is a perfect time to have the zoomies, so if the camera falls over or anything like that, I do apologise. She does have her moments, as any of you who have watched this channel for a little while may well know. So this is quite a substantial box, but it's quite lightweight, which should give you something of a clue as to what's inside of it. As per Everything Dinosaur's usual standards, it's very, very well packed. So first off, we do of course have the inputs and the information leaflet, which I think I've got upside down there, I'm not entirely sure. It's the right way up. And here, in the box, we have this very exciting figure. This is a half-scale figure of the Pterosaur caverenus. This is a genus I don't know a whole lot about, despite having marked these fantastic pterosaurs. I must admit, I find that things don't stick in my mind quite as well as they used to, sadly. But I was very, very impressed with the Dimorphodon. I certainly find that the colours of CollectA figures are a little bit off-putting, but the sculpts are always very much on point. And just taking a first look at this figure, it seems to be no exception to the rule. This is a substantially larger figure than I was expecting, as I say, because I don't know a huge lot about pterosaurs. As you can see, there's an articulated jaw here. This camera tends to make things appear brighter than they actually are, but I can't wait to have a closer look at this later, and I will of course share that with you on the channel. I've still got the Lysavitia to look at too, have a closer look at that. So now I'm going to open the second box. Now this one contains a rather controversial figure from a certain brand called Papo, who, as you all know and love, or loathe, or both in my case, do make some very strange sculpting decisions when it comes to the postures of their figures. And dinosaur fans have been requesting a figure of Giganotosaurus from Papo for years and years and years, and much as their unfortunate Amargasaurus was something of a disappointment, the promotional images of this figure when it was first unveiled also raised a whole lot of concerns. Why on earth they did it, I've got no idea. I don't think we'll ever get to the bottom of why they decided to pose the Giganotosaurus as they did. And here we have two information pamphlets. So we've got Giganotosaurus on the bottom, and we've got the other figure I've got on the top here, Chilisaurus, which is one I'm really looking forward to. I think it's based on a Julius Sutoni artwork. So let's get the other one out first. And again, this is a rather large box because this is a rather large figure. Wow. Right. So, I know there were various impressions of looked somewhat like Barney the Dinosaur when it was first unveiled because of the posture and the colours in the promotional images, which made it appear to be quite purple. I don't think it is that purple in actuality. And it's again a substantially larger figure than I was expecting. Now I have it in the hands. Let's see, there's some typical Papo detail going on here. Has it got an articulated jaw? Yes, it does. I don't tend to read too much about the figures or watch other reviews until I have them myself, so I can sort of judge them and make my own mind up. And I knew that this one was going to be typically Papo, fantastically well sculpted, excellent skin detail, etc. You know, they're never sort of, apart from perhaps including too many osteoderms and bulging muscles, the skin textures are generally quite elephantine on Papos, which is quite nice. So this one I'm actually a little bit more excited about, the Chilisaurus, because this one has confused the phylogeny of dinosaurs somewhat, and also because I do love Julius Sutoni's art. As you can see, I've got this little beauty here, and it does indeed have an articulated jaw and that tiny little head. Sorry, the focus, I'm not used to being on this side of the camera. I do promise that I will have a closer look at these figures for you so you can see them in all their glory. As you can see, this is a very, very small figure, but again, as per Papo's usual standards, fabulously well detailed. I think the star of the show today is definitely going to be this Caviremus though, so I'll get on to making some proper review videos when I've had a good thorough look at these figures, and I shall see you then. Thank you very much for joining me.